Guys, what is up? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. This is my wife's 2017 Buick Encore. And we have a little chip in the windshield right about here. Let me give you a closer look. That is the stone chipper right there. So I've already cleaned it with brake cleans, or you're supposed to use alcohol. I don't have any rubbing alcohol. You can really get a good look at it there. I'll just take a look inside here, and where are you? There she is, right there. I don't know if you can see that very well on camera, but it is there, and it's annoying. Took a trip down south this weekend, and it was in my line of vision. Not too bad, but that guy right there. So what we're going to do today is, a few months ago, I bought a repair kit, and I repaired a spot in her windshield right here. Right here somewhere. And you can't even tell. I got the kit on Amazon. I think it was $29 for the kit. So this is what you're gonna need right here. There's the kit. Repair kit for the windshield. I'll take that apart in a second and show you guys. So you're gonna need the repair kit, you're gonna need a clean windshield, and a UV light, because that's how the epoxy cures. Yeah, so let's take that kit apart. Let's get started. All right, so here's what we got. We have a Keese windshield repair kit for all types of laminated windshields. Now it says it's a 20-minute repair, no special tools required. I can say it actually went that fast when I did the one on the other side. Now, the only thing I don't know, this kit is about 6 months old now. I think it's about 6 months or 3 months. I don't know, time really flies. So I can't really know, I don't really know if it's any good anymore, but we'll give it a shot. It says it does multiple repairs. So what you have is you have the suction cup that sticks to the windshield on 4 points. You have the insert for the epoxy that has the rubber, I think it's got a little rubber end on it. I don't know how clearly the camera can see that, but, and this is what seals to the windshield, so you screw it in and it pushes down on the windshield, and that creates a little seal in between with this rubber gasket. You put a couple of drops of the epoxy in here, and then this is your screw. And as you turn this, so you're turning this guy here, and what it does, it forces, sorry about that. So what it does, it forces the epoxy down inside and then pushes it, hopefully, into the crack. So let's give it a shot and see what ends up happening. Okay, so you can see the crack here. So what we're going to do is we're just going to wet the tips. And then what you want to do is you want to center the suction cup plate over top of the actual chip. Push down, lock it into place. Like so. And then what we're going to do is we're going to test fit this guy. Just to make sure that it's actually centered over top. So we're going to screw it down until you feel a light pressure. Slightly going to push up on the suction cones. Like so. You don't want to screw it too tight. I've heard of people screwing them in too tight, and what it does, it puts so much pressure on the little stone chip that it splits the windshield. I guess that's not funny, but kind of funny. And or your suction cups will pop off. So I'm just going to jump inside. We'll check it out. Okay, so we're inside the car. I got the light on. And as you can see, you're trying to center. See, I'm off center a little bit. That's not going to work. So I'm going to have to move it over, because you want, you see that hole right in the middle there. So that hole actually has, that's where the epoxy is going to come out of. So you want to make sure it's actually on the chip, on the hole of the chip. So I'm going to run back out there. I'm going to set it back up. Now I think I got it this time, centered over top. And that is perfect. Just got to make sure that it's centered, and then hopefully what it's going to do is push the epoxy right into that crack. Let's see if I can get over there. There you go. Yeah, so let's give it a shot, see what happens. All right, we're going to drop our epoxy into the tube. 5 drops, I think is what it said. And next, we're going to put this guy in. And we just apply some light force. Just until you feel some resistance. Now they also say you can warm up the inside of the windshield. And I guess what it does, it thins the epoxy. So we'll just keep gently pressing this in. Keep turning nice and gentle. Let's give it a couple more little turns. I can feel a little bit of resistance. Now I'm going to heat the inside of the windshield with my heat gun. Now you're not heating the glass so that you're breaking it or melting it. You just want it to warm up. Now I'm always touching the glass to make sure. There you go, the glass is nice and warm. Now it's just warm, it's not hot. Take you inside and we'll take a look. Alright, so as you can see, it did fill in most of the big side. So there's just some little, see if you can see those fine little spider cracks. So we're going to give it a bit more time, and I'm going to go give it another little crank maybe. Let's see what happens. Okay, I gave the windshield another good little heat. So it's really warm to the touch, not hot, just, you know, warm. And what it does, I guess it thins the epoxy, allows it to flow into the cracks a little better. So we're going to give that about 10 minutes and then we're going to check back in. All right, guys, here we are about 10 minutes later. Just taking another look. Looks like I got most of it came out. Looking pretty good. You can still see from an angle there's some little cracks on the side. What that means is that the hole probably wasn't centered over top, and or my fault, I didn't put enough epoxy in the tube to push in. One thing I did learn is you cannot reopen it, drop more epoxy and push it back in. That's never worked for me. It's always ended up in disaster. So I'm not going to try it again because it looks like a pretty good repair. If anything, I'll move the repair over till it's over those cracks. All right, so let's take that guy off of there. We're going to head outside of the vehicle and I'll show you how to finish up the outside. All right, so we just came out of the car. So now we're going to disassemble the unit. What you want to make sure you do is, first thing you do is you unscrew the little insert that you put in to begin with. Otherwise, if there's still pressure in there, once you release it, it could spurt in your face. You want to clean off any epoxy that's left on the tube. If you plan on reusing the kit, that is. Next, you unscrew the center unit. So some epoxy is going to leak down. So that means I did have enough epoxy inside, so that's a good thing. So you're going to wipe your repair. It's not a bad repair, actually. I'll show you guys in a minute. Compared to what it was, it's pretty good. All right, so we're going to take this guy apart still, not forgetting to clean it. I'm just going to give it another little clean with some brake cleans. You should probably use rubbing alcohol. I'm guessing. I'm just going around it. All right, next you need a razor blade. What you're gonna do with the razor blade is you're just gonna make sure it's nice and clean all the way around. So now the final puzzle is this guy. It's gonna go over top like so. And I'll show you what to do with this. So there's still a little chip that I can feel, so I'm gonna drop a drop of epoxy on top of it. And then I immediately cover it with this guy. Working the epoxy in with my finger as much as I can. All right. Final step, UV light. All right, they say it cures in about 5 minutes, so I'm gonna leave that UV light there for about 5 minutes and then we'll come back and we'll take it apart. All right, and we're back 10 minutes later. Let's take this off. And let's take a look at what we got. Oh, there's a bug in there, look at that. All right, so we got our dried epoxy. Yeah, it's dry. All right, this is where the razor blade comes in. And the razor blade is intended to scrape the excess epoxy off the glass. Like so. I know a lot of you are probably thinking, oh my god, you're going to scratch the glass. You know what? I haven't done it yet. This could be the one though. All right, so there's the repair right there. Not sure how well the camera can see it, but still a little dirty. I'll wipe that up a little bit there. There it is, right there. Yeah, you can still see a little spider crack in it. Now this repair is not as good as my other one. Here, I'll show you guys what it looks like from inside. There it is there. Okay, so there we go. There's a shot from the inside. So from these angles, you can still see some spiders. So it's not a perfect repair. And that appears to be because, I don't know if you guys can see the two dark spots? So it appears there's two impact points. No, I just lost it. Yeah, two impact points, and both of those spiders. So if it would just cooperate. There we go, perfect. So if you see the two dark spots, so it appears there was two impact points, one on the top, one on the bottom. I only got the top impact point. I probably didn't fill the bottom one. Now, it did clean it up on the outside, no problem. So what I could do one of two things. I could set the system up again, try and do the bottom impact point, and or just leave it the way it is. And you know what, for what it is, looking through the windshield this way, I don't see it anymore. It's a little tiny one. And getting back to it from the outside, and there it is. You know what, I'm very pleased with that. So I might get back to it. Now the problem is that I already laid the epoxy on the outside, so I probably ended up sealing the holes. I probably wouldn't be able to get in there again a second time. You get one shot at it, I believe, and that's it. So yeah. So that's me attempting to repair my wife's windshield, little crack. And I think for what it is, it turned out all right. I'm satisfied. I'm not gonna say I'm pleased or happy with it, but I'm satisfied. And satisfied is good. So thanks for watching, guys. If you like what you see, don't forget, hit the subscribe button. We got lots of content on this channel. I'm always doing something out of the ordinary or trying to repair something. So by all means, stick around and come back. Thanks. Talk to you soon.